Hello, my beautiful little mummies. Welcome to another episode. I am so excited about this one specifically because this is kicking off a 3-part series with one of my closest friends. She is someone who just absolutely pours into me every single time we talk. Her name is Destiny. We have not actually been friends for that long. It's just been a couple years, and there's something so special about making like a love connection in your late 20s, like you have your childhood friends or like your friends that you've known for decades, but the people who you've chosen in your adult life and who you just vibe with and everything just feels natural with them and the conversation just flows, that's something special. And so that's what I have with Destiny. I'm so excited that I got her to sit down on my couch for 3+ hours so we could just chat, so we could just riff. She literally walked in my house, said hi to my cat, and then we just started talking. And like at some point in our conversation, I was like, you know what? Let's just put our mics on. Let's just start recording what we're saying right now instead of like having like this template that we have to follow. And so this first part of the series is just us talking. There's no script. There are no like agendas. In this one, we cover topics like careers, transitions to being a stay-at-home mom, what self-care looks like, and just so much more conversation that has come up. So I'm really excited about it because I have a new vision for this podcast. Originally, I was just going to launch it and just have it be a place where I riff and I just unleash all hell upon the airwaves. But as I'm in the process of recording and like putting this podcast out there, I feel so encouraged and I see so much utility in just making this a place where moms have conversations. And so I am going to be bringing on moms. Of course, we're going to be talking about like health and wellness and like all of these things, and I want to make it like a touch educational, but I feel that I'm in a new season of just trying to like take a step back from everything and just deepen the relationships that I have with myself, with my family, my kids, my friends. And so getting to have my friends come on here, and even some people who I may not know that well, but they have gone through motherhood, and this, is a really, really special time, and a really fragile time. I think that we can just learn so much from each other, and we don't have to be experts. Like there's really no such thing as an expert in this realm. And so I'm really excited about that vision. And so, I might be reaching out to you soon for an interview because I feel like I have so much to learn from you guys, and I don't want to be the expert because I don't want to be pretending like I'm the expert, because I'm not. And I want people to be speaking into each other because that's actually how we learn. There's no such thing as like, maybe there is. There's no such thing that I've heard of as a mom coach, but I feel like just living in community, like that's something that a lot of people don't have. And so I really want to just kind of get those conversations out there. Like, what do you do to take care of yourself? What does it look like? And I feel like Destiny is the perfect person to start this with because she has so many, like everything she says, I'm like, okay, where did you read that? Who did you hear that from? Because her wisdom, she's just like, I don't know, like we are the same age, but I view her as like, I want to be Destiny when I grow up because I don't know. I love her so much. And so let's dive into this podcast. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit us up on Instagram. You can find Destiny at Grace for Your Yes on Instagram. And me, you should already know this by now, at rn.maddie. And I hope you enjoy. I got a steam cleaner, like a pressure steam cleaner.
Life-changing.
Yeah. But I was like in the corners for the first time and I was like, oh my gosh, there are ghosts in here. And there are some times where I feel like I have the capacity to clean that deeply.
Yeah.
Other times I'm like, okay, well, literally dust it under the rug and we'll worry about it later.
Right.
So that's what I aspire to
have a clean house.
Just do the things that I'm already doing a little bit better instead of doing more things,
Yeah. No, I see that. And I think that also that has to grow as the kids grow.
Yeah.
At least I'm praying that. Yeah. But no, I feel the same way. And people are like, okay, you're insane because I have a almost 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. But I look at these moms with big families again that are making sourdough bread, and I'm like, how in the world do you do that
Yeah.
and keep your house clean and all the things? And I'm like, maybe I need to manage my time better.
I know.
And also, there's a difference between mess and cleanliness too, right?
Right.
And I think I get so caught up in picking up messes
Yeah.
that I'm like continue to pick up messes, and I forget to like
Clean.
do the itty gritty stuff.
Like go to the corner and find the ghosts.
Exactly. And I'm like, you know what? Toys are just going to be on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Exactly.
Yeah.
And instead of picking those up a million times, like,
I know.
let me wipe the baseboards down.
I remember when Leo was like 1, and I was like, I'm going to make him the best kid, like the most clean kid ever. Every time we get something out, he's going to put it away. And that's just like the standard that we're going to set. That literally lasted for maybe a day. And then I was like, okay, well, I have to be a parent.
Yeah.
But I was talking to someone yesterday, and she like just very briefly said, like moms are getting burnt out over food when we should be getting burnt out over like raising our kids. And I was like, oof.
Expand on that.
So, I mean, that was just the line she said. And I kind of like took it, I wrote it down on my phone, and I took it and like ran with it mentally. But to me, that meant like, we are going to get burnt out over something. Like burnout is a destination, and multiple different things can push us in that direction. And oftentimes it's how messy the house is, and how, what kind of foods we're eating. Like, is it organic? Is this sourdough homemade? Is this cow slaughtered in the backyard? But we should be getting burnt out over like our marriages, and like what is taking up the most of our energy? Is it like these menial things that like genuinely don't mean much, or is it this stuff that actually matters? And so
totally. And I wonder if some of that is like, are we really trying to do this because we think it's the best for us, or is it because it's what everyone else is doing and we think that that is what a perfect mom looks like?
Right.
I like what you said about like getting burnt out with our marriage. Yes.
Yeah.
That always is on the back burner.
Yes. Yeah.
And because it is just easier to like love and care for our children because they need us.
They need it.
Yeah.
Like, I have to keep them safe or else they will not make it.
Right. 100%. Like, it's like, okay, that is easy to do.
Yeah.
And they were also like birthed from, like you birthed them,
so
right?
It's my instincts to look at that and want to care for it.
Totally.
Yeah.
But we didn't make a covenant with our kids. We did our husband.
Oof.
And it's so easy. Like at the end of the day, like I'm with my husband for life.
Yeah.
I'm with my kids until they're 18.
Right.
And so I always get so convicted of that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is so much easier for me to love and serve really without grumbling.
Yes. Which is so hard, because I remember my mom, like this just absolutely blew my mind when I was a kid. Like, I don't know how old I was. I was probably under 10. And my mom was like, your dad is the most important person to me. And I was like, what?
And you still remember that?
Yes. I am not the most important person to you. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
She was like, no, like the Bible says that your marriage comes first, like second to God.
Yeah.
But your marriage comes before your kids. And I was like very offended. And I remember the bite of that. But now I'm married with children. And I'm like, okay. The fact that she said that to me was like, I don't know, like affirming, I guess, in a way. It does not seem like that in our culture.
Yeah.
It's like the wife has the kids and the husband, takes care of the big problems, you know, but he's kind of like on an island. And that's really hard.
Now, as a kid, although you were offended in that moment of like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You really didn't feel the weight of it though. Like you still felt the priority of like, wait, you were like almost surprised because you felt like,
I was like, you're with me 24/7.
Right.
Like I was homeschooled. I was with my mom all the time. And so it was like shocking, but also like thinking back to then, which was however many years ago, there was like an element of comfort to that. Like I can't really explain it. Maybe just like knowing that I was standing on top of a foundation.
Yeah.
as opposed to like being a part of it and like feeling that pressure as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's like not only biblical to, you know, keep your husband as the foundation for your marriage, but if you're putting all of that like pressure on your kids to fulfill you and like build this foundation of a home with you, which again, I think a lot of people do, that I think it can be a really dangerous and like precarious environment for your kids to grow up in, you know?
No, I couldn't agree more. And it's also unnecessary pressure that we put on ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has to do with social media, right? We see like just clips of these people's day, and it seems like these children are like the god of the home.
Yes.
Like we run our whole day and life over these kids, and we have to be watching them 24/7 or else, you know, we're going to give them trauma or, you know, all of these things. And it's like, no, like they need like to see you model what a healthy wife and mom looks like. And it's okay for the kids to play by themselves while you run your home.
Right.
Because that is your job.
Yeah.
And so I think we are harming our kids when we're trying to help them because we have these structured, like the structures are wrong. Because right now kids are number one above all the things, and it's not helping them. It's creating entitled kids that think that they run the world.
Or like eventually broken kids where they're like, oh no, like God forbid, you know, a marriage ends. And like this kid felt like he was at the center of this marriage. And like, I cannot imagine the devastation that is like so beyond processing for a child to go through if something like that happens, you know?
Yeah.
So.
No, totally. And like the lack of respect of authority, because why would they respect you if they're running you?
Yeah. Ugh.
You know?
Yes.
And so that's something so for my oldest son, who's now 3, his first year of life, I worked full time, and then I would, I'd work for full time, and then he was being watched by family, which was wonderful. Yeah. But once I quit my job and became a stay-at-home mom, he was probably, almost 2 at this point. And I noticed like I would do the dishes, I would fold laundry, I'd do all of these things, and he had to be by my side at all times because he was so used to being watched. And being watched is different than just living life. Right. Because he'd be watched, which was awesome. Yeah. I'm not faulting. Like, no. Grandparents should do that. Yeah. But then I'd come home feeling guilty. So then I would play with him. Yeah. And so he was not used to like real life. Yeah. And then I'm feeling mom guilt. I'm like, what is normal? Like, what is not? Because I'm looking at all these influencers, and it's just
their like kids are playing over there.
Right. I'm like, how do I do this? So yeah, I think are we really trying to help them, or are we trying to like feed or squash our mom guilt?
Yes.
You know, and that's what's hard to discern.
It's really hard. And I have been working so hard when I go to work and I'm like giving discharge teaching to these like postpartum families. I like have tried a different like way to package it like every single shift, and I have not found peace with what I want to say because it's such a weighty time. Like it's such like you're so fragile. Yeah. And you just did the most magical thing, and now you're going back to the home that you've known. Yeah. But everything is different. And like there's just so much that goes into like becoming a parent, whether it's your first or your fifth. Yeah. And I think the longest lasting like spiel that I kind of gave was like, we as providers and just as society in general do so much to like put metrics to everything, and like it can be measured, like these are the signs and symptoms, like it's so black and white, but it's not always like that. You created this baby, this baby was like developed from your tissues, you know this baby best, you guys are inextricably linked. Yeah. Like talking to mom and dad, like you guys are so connected you don't even know. So trust your gut. Like we have done away with intuition, and that's just a shame. And so I cannot help but wonder what things would look like without social media. And I don't know, like I don't know what culture would be. Like social media is such like
has
it's just
set culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It just changes everything. And so like I just think about these postpartum families like walking out and like they've seen something or you know their family has told them things and like there's just so much noise.
Yeah.
And so when you feel that mom guilt, I think it always has like kind of one hand in that like social media or like messaging that you've received from like different sources.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's the sweetest piece of advice you could give somebody is trust your instinct.
Yeah.
Because there are so many times in just being a parent that people will give you advice and they'll say, oh, you need to do X, Y, or Z. And it just doesn't feel right.
Mm-mm.
And if it doesn't feel right, like, don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's harmful, obviously.
But I think you're saying like if it doesn't feel right, and even that I feel like is a non-starter for like a big amount of the population. Like even just having that like awareness to think like, you know what, maybe this isn't correct. Maybe what I'm feeling isn't right.
Yeah.
Because then it just turns into mom guilt. Like I think that mom guilt is this blanket that we throw over so many different, like, I don't know, just so many different anxieties, you know?
Totally. And your mind and body is so interconnected.
Yes.
Like your gut is so important.
Girl.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, if you like feel sick to your stomach or if you feel like a pit in your stomach, ask why.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
maybe I should sit on that. Maybe I should explore that a little more because the Lord has given us that. Like he's given us.
That's intuition. That's what it is.
Totally.
But then it becomes like, oh no, like I need to go like drink coffee. You know, I just need to keep on like powering through or I need to go, I don't know, like I need to give it a name and then get around it so I can just like continue down this path that I have set for myself, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that too.
Oh, totally. Totally. Well, and for me, it's like, okay, what is like discernment and what is anxiety? Because they can typically, sometimes they feel very similar.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to discern. And so that's why like Jacob, my husband, being a therapist, is always like question your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like ask why you're thinking or feeling
gosh.
what it is that you're thinking and feeling. And I find that that's really helpful to get down to the bottom of like, okay, is it because of this? Like, is it a deeper seated thing? Or is it really like, oh wait, no, I don't think this is what's best for my child. I need to pause and hold up.
And you know what has helped me is like giving it like a name. Yes. Like ask why. And like, is it because I didn't get enough sleep? Or is it because this is like actually a problem that I need to like stop in its tracks?
Yeah.
Or like, is it something else? But like ask why, but then name it. And like in my brain, I have a very like visual brain. And so I like to like give it a personality, especially if it's like a recurring thing.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like the sleep piece is huge for me.
Oh, totally.
I need so much sleep. I don't even think I've like found it yet. Like I feel like I'm always tired.
Dude, okay, me too. Is it a thing that women do require more sleep than men?
I've seen that in multiple places and it only makes sense to me just purely based on how much more our bodies and our brains are capable of.
Yeah.
Like that just makes sense to me that we need more sleep. Like 9 to 10 as opposed to 8 to 9 or 7 to 9 or whatever it is.
Because Jacob, and again, he is a different breed. Wakes up at 3:30 in the morning, loves it.
No.
And he can literally function a whole day.
See, Justin goes to sleep at 3.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
And I cannot fathom. If I stayed up
what
until
time does
3,
he wake up?
I mean, usually it's not by choice. Usually it's just because like he's
worked
like just
night
and, he's like still, his brain is still going from the day.
Yeah.
I think on average he does probably go to sleep closer to like 12:30 or 1 like every night.
How much sleep does he get in like a day?
He usually wakes up in the morning around 7:30.
So like 6 hours.
So it's not horrible.
Yeah, but still to me 6 hours is not enough.
But that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like when I get 6 hours of sleep, that's when I got to start asking why.
Yeah.
That's when I got to start naming things.
Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. Yes. And that is what is so hard about being a mom.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you don't get it.
No, you don't. You do not get sleep. And yet you still have to
be like everything.
Function.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think sleep is so pivotal because that's your foundation for the day.
Yeah.
And you are making the rest of your choices and decisions based off that.
And people are trusting me with their lives.
Right?
So.
And you're starting
at a deficit.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many times where my oldest, no matter what time this kiddo goes to bed, 6:30 a.m. wake up call.
Yeah.
In order for me to be human, I have to wake up before him.
Same.
Or else I am waking up running on a treadmill.
I cannot wake up to kids in my face.
No. And so then that's looking like 5 a.m. Okay. If I want to go to the gym before.
No, not even. Let's not even go there.
Then we're looking at a 4 on the alarm clock.
No.
Right.
That's in the middle of the night.
Right. And my kids go to bed at 8. So it's like, okay, how do we do this?
Yeah.
And how do we still function
as
a human when sometimes your circumstance, like postpartum moms, 4 months sleep regression, like you just got to give yourself grace.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we've tried to quantify it. We've tried to do all these methods to teach our kids how to like power through.
Yeah.
To like, again, complete the task that we have set ahead of ourselves. But sometimes it just doesn't. And like sleep is not only is it not a prerequisite, it's like a given that you will be missing out on it.
Yeah.
So looping back to what I was saying before, I need sleep so bad. And when I don't get it, it's so evident to me. Like I can feel like I slept the whole night. Like I can have like no memories of like waking up overnight. But then I will wake up and I'm like, oh, like I feel so rested. But then I'll stand up out of bed and I'm like, oh, I must not have slept well because I feel like crap.
Yeah.
And the rest of the day, genuinely, I forget what you said, like treadmill or something like that.
Yeah, you're running on a treadmill when you wake up.
It feels like my mental picture is like I feel like I'm wading through mud, like thick mud. And I feel like I'm going so slow.
Yeah.
And everything around me is happening so fast and I'm overstimulated.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's still so hard to me. Like I can sit here and elaborate on it because I know it's a thing for me. But in that moment when I am sleep deprived and overstimulated, I'm like, oh my gosh, the world is ending. It's the world's fault.
Totally.
And like, I don't know how to name it. I lose my ability to like cycle back and be like, no, you didn't sleep well. Give yourself grace.
Yeah.
But also, how do you give yourself grace when you don't, when it doesn't feel like there's a different way?
When it's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, because that is literally my season. I have which it's funny I say season. That is just life right now for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it ending anytime, in the foreseeable future. And that's okay. So something I've really been just talking with the Lord about is like, okay, you've given me all of these things. They're all good things. And none of them are things that I can let go of right now.
Yeah.
So either like, Lord, can you point them out to me that I need to let go of or build my capacity?
Yeah.
And that's
a powerful prayer.
Yeah. Just like broaden my capacity. And something I was thinking about in those questions that you sent me, I think one of them was like, what is something that motherhood is teaching you right now? And it is genuinely just how selfish I am.
Yeah.
And they say like marriage, when you get married, it's like you're looking into a mirror.
Yeah.
And then you have kids and it's like looking into those zoom in mirror that no one actually wants to look in. Like that is life.
Yeah.
And so it's really trusting like, okay, this is what I have, Lord. So instead of relying on my own strength and capacity, I need you to fill me up. And I just don't do that.
Yeah. I know. And I have been horrible at that too. Like I pray and I supplicate often because it feels like I don't know. Like Justin is gone a lot.
Yeah.
And we are in the last couple months, last year of him having this like horrible schedule, and then things lighten up a ton. And so I feel like that is, you know, giving me hope, but also I know that that's going to be like a super hard transition because I run a tight ship.
Yeah.
And it goes my way and everything is, you know, fine or whatever. But when his schedule changes, I know it's going to change. But anyways, I feel like I do have to like depend on myself a lot, but I am so undependable, you know, because I'm a human and I'm tired and I'm hungry.
And I'm
feelings. Also like my attention is going everywhere. I have feelings. I have needs.
Yeah.
Like it seems like an impossible task. And I do not know how people do any of this from pregnancy, from conception to getting kids through college to adulthood without faith. Like I don't know how people do it without faith.
No, or a husband.
Oh
my gosh. Yeah.
Like I feel so sorry. Yeah. I feel so sorry for myself when Justin's working these long hours. But then I think about, I think I thought about it today, like being a single mom, like you don't have time to be a person because you have to be everything for someone else, which is your kids.
Yeah. No, Jacob works. I'm
thankful. This one's for you, Justin. Thank you.
Jacob works a lot so that I could even just be a stay-at-home mom. And there's so many times where I like grumble and complain and I'm like, wait, no, this was my dream.
Yeah.
And I have a man that is sacrificing so much to give me this dream.
Like his literal sleep, his sanity.
Everything.
Like everything.
Yeah. And so who am I to grumble and complain because of my just selfishness? It's just like I was watching this reel of I think her name's Lisa Bouvier. She was talking about motherhood and she said nothing deals with selfishness as much as motherhood does.
Yeah.
Like nothing will handle selfishness. Yeah, like being a mom, because it's not about you.
Yeah.
Your whole self from pregnancy, you are taking yourself to
literally
nurture your child.
Speaking. Yes.
Absolutely. Breastfeeding. That is you.
Yeah.
And that doesn't stop because you're not breastfeeding or pregnant. And so that has been something I'm just like, crucify my flesh.
Yeah.
And make me more like you. Like give me, because it's not, yes, as moms, it's intuitive to serve our kids, but not with a joyful heart.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working on is like count it all joy.
I know.
Even in the little mundane things, even though I have picked up these toys 5 times today and I'm overstimulated by them. Yes. Like count it all joy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I always worry that like my snap reactions to things, like I need a nap time. My boys, like Ari still naps. Leo is like, he'll do his quiet time in his room for like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
That's amazing.
Which is so nice. But I feel like that's like a baseline need for me.
Yeah.
And I catch myself, like I caught myself today, like he kept on coming out of his room because he wanted to like, he was asking for things and then he wanted to show me something, but I would always respond to him like, what, Leo? And even just that tone in my voice, I'm like, that has to suck as a kid. Like you're coming out so excited to show your favorite person. I'm his favorite. Like, we just know it.
Of course.
But he's coming out to show me something that he's like super excited for. And I'm responding like that. Yeah. Like that has to be so defeating. And he gets defeated so easily knowing his personality. Ari's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that just like kind of broke my heart. And I think that's the biggest thing for me when you're talking about like mirrors. I think about, I was raised in such a lovely home.
Yeah.
I don't have any recalled childhood trauma. I love my parents to this day. Like I will still go over and like spend as much time as I can with them. But they were humans raising me. Right. And so I feel like I have seen the patterns that I don't necessarily want to emulate come out, especially when dealing with like high intensity situations like tantrums.
Yeah.
Like I yell, and that has been something that I've like really worked on.
Yeah.
But like when Leo started throwing tantrums, I'm just like immediately I have to like yell at him and like stop the madness. But I would like then start to view Leo as like little me. And like, how would I have wanted my parents to respond to me in these times? And that just like, I remember having that like vision like wash over me one time when I was like handling a Leo tantrum like years ago. And I just immediately started like crying because I was like, this is a little human. Like, this isn't property.
Yeah.
Like, he's not an accessory.
Yeah.
He's a human who's going to grow up. And like, I don't know, that just like hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, just the whole kids are mirrors, and that is what it looks like to me.
Oh, totally. I remember like, yeah, I am not a naturally patient human being.
No,
my husband is.
Yeah.
By the grace
Justin
of God.
is
So is Justin.
Well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are very, they're cut from the same cloth. Praise God.
Quite literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
If only everyone knew.
To the tomb. Yeah.
And so I was just not patient. I was not gracious in my tone towards Judah, and he was doing like nothing even crazy. But it was me.
Yeah.
I hadn't slept enough.
Yeah.
I drank coffee, didn't drink enough water, hadn't eaten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to my morning.
Yeah.
You know, like, and so I remember Jacob saying like, you're acting like this for yourself, not for him.
Oh, I just got the chills.
Me too.
Oh.
And that was like a months ago that he said that, but it was true. Like, we think we have to do all these things to quiet the noise when that's what we need, but not what our kiddo needs.
Oh my gosh.
Something that's been so convicting, because unfortunately I start a lot of my mornings tired, over caffeinated, and hungry.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out how to
the mom cocktail.
That is. Yes. And it's like, we ain't robots. Like, we are human beings that need nurturing just like our kids.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here eating Doritos while our kids are eating these like beautiful meals,
like,
you know?
Off of the carpets. Like, not even out of the bag.
Yes. But every morning we pray that the Lord would give us the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And every morning I am so convicted because I cannot lead my kids to a place where I'm not at.
Oh. Say that again.
I cannot lead my kids to a place where I am not already at.
Dang.
If I am not, how can I expect my children to speak to one another or myself gentle?
Yeah.
When in an overstimulating situation, I'm meeting them where they're at.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's just not a human thing.
No, it's not.
It's
not the first like response.
No.
Like, it's always like, my goal is to respond to what's going on. I don't want to react.
Totally.
And I am like dwelling in the land of reaction.
Totally.
Like, get me out.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what you're talking about. Like, the whole point of this podcast is health and wellness.
Yeah.
Because it is so important. Like, our mind and our body and our behavior are all intertwined.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in order to like function well, like, would you say if you were slept well, fully nourished, if you had worked out, like if you had moved your body, if you felt your healthiest when your children are having tantrums, would you respond differently?
Yeah.
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 Like, absolutely. Like, health and wellness is so key.
Yeah.
It's like the baseline.
Yeah.
But
like,
we're neglecting it.
Yeah. And especially for moms. Like, I don't know. See, I have like two conflicting paths of thoughts right now. One path is that like we have done so much to over glorify like what I posted about like having more babies and doing more as moms and like just diving deeper into that like motherhood.
Yeah.
But also we have over glorified the hustle culture and the bounce back culture and like everything that takes you away from that like motherhood.
Yeah.
You know? And so I don't know where I want to go with it, but I feel like, okay, let me say it like this. So when I found out I was pregnant with Leo, we were absolutely not trying at all. I was on birth control, like consistently. And so it was a shock to us. And I mourned, like before I was even showing, I like mourned the loss of my independence and, you know, just being just a girl, you know? Yeah. But then I like told myself like, no, it's okay. My identity is not changing. Like I'm just adding on a baby to it. It's fine. And so that gave me peace for a long time. I was like, he's just with us now. Like I'm not changing. I'm still me.
Yeah.
And I think to a degree that's still true of us. Like we shouldn't be losing who we are.
Yeah.
But it does change everything about you. And it should, because your brain has changed. Like pregnancy, there are studies done, like your brain physically is different and chemically it works in a different way than it did pre-pregnancy. And so many issues come from when we fight against that, like I was. And I was like holding so tightly onto my identity as whoever I thought I was. But I think that it's really harmful when there's that separation, I guess, and we're not able to like integrate that new role into even just like we're talking about health and wellness, like allowing that rhythm to kind of like shape what health and wellness looks like to you. Like it was something that was so natural to you before kids. You had the ways that you took care of yourself and it worked. But now you have kids and like you do have to find something. Like that is something that I preach to all moms. Like you are special.
Yes.
You need something special.
Yes.
Like you need so much more because you are doing so much more now.
Yeah.
Like a face mask, I think you said it a while ago, like a face mask is not self-care anymore.
That ain't it.
But like throw one on, sure.
Yeah.
But like you need to do something that is life-giving.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, we all have gifts and talents, and it's more than being a mother to your child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about that.
No.
Like everyone was created with different things, and there are different outlets that we can use to show that. I was speaking at SIA a few weeks ago, and that was really cool because that is something that like I'd love to do. Like anytime, you know, I'm asked to do anything, I'm like, yes. And so I really struggled with that when having children because I'm like, I know what that means. Like I chose to step out of ministry. I chose to work from home because I feel not work from home. Well, I do work from home, but like I chose to be a stay-at-home mom because I see the value in it.
Yeah.
And although I saw my gifts somewhere else, and although I was getting opportunities, I knew that there is nothing more important than raising children that are going to contribute to society. And I take that role very seriously. Yeah. And I'm not saying those who aren't stay-at-home moms don't at all. Yeah. That was what the Lord, like for you. Yes, was calling me to do for our family, was to give that up for now. Yeah. But I still get opportunities. Yeah. And I still say yes. And I believe that one day that I will get to do that more, but that's not my season right now, and that's okay.
How beautiful. Like we hear this all the time, like season this and like life phase that, but we don't, it seems like we don't like tangibly act upon that idea where it's like, it's so easy to get lost in, especially postpartum. Like that's just the walls close in and everything is you and baby and your boobs and your bleeding vagina.
Right.
But it's like
it's a tough time.
It's a tough time. You know, it's not pretty.
No. And your body's doing weird things. You're like, what is happening?
No, it's not the business. But it's so easy for you to be like, this is my life now and this is how it's going to be forever.
Yeah.
And I've like sacrificed all this and I'm never going to see it again.
Right.
But understanding that you're able to put things on hold, but you understood that it was a pause.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, you know, the end of the book. It wasn't the end of the story.
And you can still cultivate your gifts.
Yeah.
They're just not going to be on display right now.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, again, you have gifts, you have talents. Like, do whatever fills you and fuels you. And what that is what you're naturally good at.
Yeah.
What you naturally lean on. and get really good doing it without anyone seeing it.
Yeah.
Because maybe there will be a day when people were, and you've been cultivating it for years.
Yeah.
And it gives you joy. Like whatever it is that gives you joy. Yeah. I am so passionate about it, because what I realized is, because being the stay-at-home mom is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then I became a stay-at-home mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really, really hard. And like, I feel like I'm not using my gifts because nurturing does not come natural to me.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
We took all of those personality tests in college of like, these are your love languages, and this is, you know, your personality type, and this is like what you're good at.
Yeah.
And so you like look towards those and like you grow them, but then like you're put in this situation where you have to do everything.
Yeah.
Like that has to be the hardest thing.
Yeah, like
crisis.
give me something to advocate for.
Oh.
And I won't shut up.
Yeah.
But at home nurturing.
Yeah. Be compassionate.
The soft side.
Be soft. Yeah.
Yes. That is something the Lord has to cultivate.
Yeah.
And that doesn't like, and that is so important. And so, and that's part of your character in ridding myself of selfishness and all of these things. And like, there's nothing more valuable as a mom than raising your children, which is, I think, why we make them gods.
Yeah.
But God is still a God.
Yeah.
And before we are a mom, we are wives if you have a significant other. But above all, we are daughters of the King.
Yeah.
And he has created us with these special things that he wants us to use.
Yeah. Because we're humans.
Totally.
Like mom, wife, daughter of King.
Yeah.
Human.
Like totally.
I'm a person, and I need to be, you know, tended to as I tend to others.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, no, I think that's great that you're preaching that, because I think women wouldn't feel as burnt out or sad in the home if they were using
like unfulfilled,
if they were using the gifts that they have.
Yeah. And that's something that, like, we were talking about regrets, I think, before we started recording, and like a regret that I have is just really not, like, I do not know how to slow down. Like, I'm getting maybe a little bit better at it, but I think about like our postpartum seasons and how with Leo, I had to go back to work at 3 months. Like, I was a sugar mama. Justin needed some sugar. I had to get back in there. But then with
he
Ari,
gotta repay you though.
Yeah, he will. He better. But with Ari, like, I had the blessing of like having the choice of, you know, what do you want to do? Like, you have time now. And so I just remember being like maybe overwhelmed at the possibilities that were out there. But I was like ready to go. I was like, I don't want to go back to work full time. I know that, but like, I have to do something because, and I remember like resenting Justin too, to some degree, because he got to leave and he got to go to work.
Yes.
And he's like coming back ragged and telling me about these horrible days at work. And I was like, oh, well, you had the car ride by yourself. So yeah. And so like, I hate that feeling. Like, I hate thinking about how just that simple feeling of resentment probably bled into so many other areas of my life, like the way I talk to my kids or the way I like view myself and like my self-worth, and like just it uproots all of the like priorities that we need to be setting. Just like, I don't know, that was something that was really hard for me. It's just constantly feeling like I need to go do something instead of like I need to deepen what's going on in here. So
no, I feel that exact same way. And it's, again, for me, it's going back to this selfishness. It's because when I work, I get praise. I get to accomplish something.
Yes.
I feel good about myself. When you're at home doing the dishes,
everyone's complaining dinner about the way you're doing it.
You don't get that. You don't get that praise.
No.
And it's like serving without anything in return. But we're so used to all of these things to keep us going or to feel special or to feel important or to do whatever. And that's what the Lord is working on with me.
Do you think that is something I'm sure it's something that a lot of moms can relate with, but if you could give it like a percentage, do you think that a majority of moms deal with those feelings of like when I go to work, I get praise and love equals praise to me? Or do you think a majority of moms would be like, yeah, I get it, but like it's not really a pathological thing?
I think it's hard to answer because I don't know a lot of stay-at-home moms, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's so hard. I have a lot of friends who are working and would love to be a stay-at-home mom.
And see, I have a lot of friends who are stay-at-home moms and they've only ever been stay-at-home moms. Like they don't have that perspective of like having worked as a mother, you know?
Yeah. And it could also be, I think it's also personality types.
Yeah.
Because my best friend Jordan, you look at her and you're like, you were made to be a mom.
Yeah.
Like that is just her.
She moves with grace.
Yes, she does. And she is gentle and like all the things I aspire to be. Like she is the soft side and I'm the hard side.
Wow.
And so I think part of it's personality. There are some people, like she is one of the most selfless people I know. She will give up anything at a drop of a hat.
Yeah.
And there are other people that are just not so much.
Yeah.
And so I think it's personality. And I think maybe not everyone is also like aware of they're just feel unfulfilled and can't really name it or pinpoint it. I think for me, that is because once I started working and started doing social media for Can, I started feeling like, oh my gosh, it's back. It's back. And for me, my hobby, and you could call me out on this if you think it's wrong, but my hobby is like work.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I'm at too. Like I literally say that when I go to the hospital because I work like once every other week and I tell them, I'm like, this is fun for me. Like
totally.
I'm having fun here, which is really weird for a nurse because all nurses are burnt out. No nurse wants to be at work.
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
true.
I like it here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I love this. So no, I
because it gives you that dose of like, okay, I'm contributing. Totally. Like not only am I financially contributing, which there's a reward to that.
Absolutely.
But I'm also contributing to the greater good, like something outside of the day-to-day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is like this for you, but I also come back feeling really refreshed and like this is the best job in the world.
And I think it's an element too of like distance makes a heart grow fonder.
Totally.
Like,
totally.
I come home from work and I'm like, oh my babies. And
you're like I don't want to do this full time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, the grass is greener.
Always
there even grass?
The grass is always greener on the other side until you realize it's turf.
It's literally just dirt.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like, stop watering it.
Yeah.
Just do your thing.
Just live.
Just go.
Just like live the life that God has called you to live and allow him to reframe all the things. Like that's really
it's so simple.
Yeah.
That's so simple.
Really what I'm trying to like I'm working on with the Lord right now is like, okay, I want to be where my feet are planted.
Yeah.
And I want to do what I have right now really well and stop looking towards the future with anxiety, trying to feel like because I can't make it now, I'll never, like it'll never happen.
Yeah.
And also at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if these kiddos are like experiencing a really, really wonderful life. And we say this, right? Before you talked about the two distinctions, because I'm not saying I'm going to throw my whole everything away and just like sacrifice my whole life for my children. Like, no, I am supposed to sacrifice a lot of my life for my children and also hold in the balance of also using my gifts. Yeah. And it's not perfect. It's messy and I don't know how to do it well.
Also, that goes back to like setting an example for your kids. So
that's good.
Reel popped into my head when we talked about setting an example the first time. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think it was a little harsh. I don't know if it was like a real life occurrence, but it was of course viral because every parenting thing, everyone has an opinion. But it was a video of a mom working out in a garage and you can't see the kid off camera. The kid like pops into the garage and like asks her something. And she's like very direct. She's like, this is mom's time. I need 10 more minutes. Like, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not talking to you right now. like this is mom's time. And I think she had like older kids.
Yeah.
But she was like harsh. She like shut him down. She was like, don't even ask me the question. I need 10 minutes. And so in my mind, I was like, ooh, like that felt a little harsh. That felt a little icky. But her whole caption was like, you need to show your kids what boundaries look like, because like, where else are they going to learn it?
Yeah.
And if you're just like you said, if they're like walking all over you and they like rule the house, then like what does that teach them? Like, where are they going to go? So like, we are working so hard mentally to do all of these things, but it's like, where is this actually going to end up for them?
Yeah.
Like, what is the goal? I want to raise strong men who are independent and like capable of doing all of these things, like close with God for their entire lives. But I also want to like make them diverse people. And like, again, going back to what you said, like you can't lead your kids to a place that you are not at.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's like something that can apply to like every conversation that applies to motherhood.
Yeah. And with that mom, like I think age appropriateness is key.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to do that to your 3-year-old.
Exactly.
You know,
that would break my heart.
Yeah. Like
break his heart.
Yeah, that's just a horrible.
Yeah.
But I think there is something to like creating boundaries. And yeah, like what was it? When I think I was pregnant with Judah, someone said, when you are parenting, remember you are parenting for the next 20 years, not the next 20 minutes.
But see, I feel like that's really hard because my brain does that in every situation.
Yeah.
I'm like, if Leo's declining this broccoli now, that means he's going to hate broccoli later. His gut's going to be a mess. He's not going to like vegetables when he's an adult. He's going to go on a date. He's going to put the vegetables off to the side.
Oh my God.
He's never going to get married. He's never going to have kids. So my brain already does that.
Broccolis.
No, I 100% agree with that, but I feel like sometimes my mind just like
takes it to
like,
an extreme.
Yeah,
you're like, oh my gosh. So this means
this means I don't get grandkids.
Yeah. Because of broccoli.
Because of broccoli.
Yeah. No, I think that there is something. Everything is such a balance. I think this is what I hate about parenting advice, is because it worked for you, and that does not mean like there's so many variables to a person. We put black and white rules on colorful people.
I am black and white, but
you
can't stand it.
But it just doesn't work. Like that is awesome that worked for you in your situation and your kids. And like there's just so many different variables and dynamics, and that is okay.
And I feel like this is a big like issue that I have with like the boomer generation of like, whoa, you just need to put a little bit of like rice cereal in his bottle and like he's gonna sleep through the night. Like that was like a huge thing. Like I'm sure that
or
you've
juice
heard
in
that.
bottles.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like all of these things that were like X, Y, and Z works, and that's it. Like there's no conversation. So how dare you struggle?
Right.
Because we've already figured it out for you. And that's kind of like, I think we're getting better at normalizing struggle.
Yeah.
And not just in a trendy, like cute way, but like, hey, I need help kind of way.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are still a lot of those like pillars of like, no, it's black and white. So like, just do those things and be fine.
Right.
But it's really not.
No, there isn't. And what works for one kid takes a passy and one kid doesn't.
Yeah.
Like one kid sleeps and one kid doesn't. And it's just, it's a whole mess.
Yeah.